Hey, new stickers. Paul Mayette, Jeremy Pollen, The Pollen Effect, my neighbor Peter Brown from up in Santa Rosa. Hey, Stafford Scuba Diving in the UK, Pleasant Ranch in Vermont, Dan Ing, The Cactus Make Shop, Carol Kolanowski, KK Make. A couple of local stickers I picked up. This one's from PDI Clothing here in Novato. And finally from the San Francisco Pride Parade. And don't forget, if you want a Woodworking for Mere Mortal sticker, just send me a self-addressed stamped envelope and I'll send you out one. I still have tons left. I think I've sent out maybe close to 400 or so. And if you live overseas, just send me a self-addressed envelope and I'll cover the postage. Here's something I've learned that might be of use for some of you in the United States. If you want to send an envelope anywhere in the world, just put 3 stamps on it and that'll be more than enough. 3 stamps goes anywhere. I think that's actually too much postage, but it's just an easy way to do it. I gotta show you the most awesome thing that arrived in the mail this week, and it totally made my week. And this is from a fan in Chile, South America. It's from Christian Barilari, and he knows how much I like Grumpy Cat. So he sent me a little Grumpy Cat. I hope you can see her there. She's looking a little extra grumpy on that. I just love this. So it's already been on our mantle. I think she's just gonna live right on our mantle from now on. So thank you so much, Christian. That was awesome. Hey, Mimos, how you been? It's been a couple of weeks, and the last time we met here, I mentioned that that week would be my last video for 2 weeks because I was gonna take some time off, and I'm really not sure what I was thinking because it's actually this coming Friday is gonna be my final video, and then I'm taking 2 weeks off. So somehow the dates were all screwed up in my head. But I'll be down in LA, and then we're gonna go to Santa Cruz to get Wyatt registered for school this fall. And I'll be down at VidCon too. If any of you are going to VidCon, look me up. I hope you've all enjoyed your past couple of weeks. It's been pretty busy for me. We did the 4th of July parade here locally. That's always fun. We went to the fair, and Wyatt won Best in Show, actually, in a birdhouse he made in his product design class. So that was kind of cool. It was a Bauhaus birdhouse. And then my wife also won in a crocheting, I always get them mixed up, crocheting contest, I think, for socks she made that were really cool. She got a special award for that. We went to the Pride Parade. You know how long the San Francisco Pride Parade, we stayed for a few hours and then we did the rest of the festivities, but the parade itself lasts over 8 hours. That is a long parade. It's incredible how it just keeps going and going. There must have been, Apple alone must have had 1,000 to 2,000 people in that parade. I mean, it was just a parade of Apple employees. I had a few of you asking me if I'm switching the day of the week that I post videos on. No, I'm still on Fridays, but I got off on a couple of those because they were delayed for sponsorship reasons. But I'm back on course for the foreseeable future now. Oh, I have one new $10 or higher Patreon supporter to mention this month. It's Stefan Piachet. Thank you so much, Stefan. And since you're the only new $10 and higher supporter this month, you get a special song. It goes like this. Stefan is the coolest $10 or higher supporter. And don't forget, all of you $10 and higher supporters are listed over on the website. But mostly I want to thank all of you who pledged to support the show over on Patreon, whether it's $1 or $2, whatever you support really helps me out a lot. So thank you all. I got a lot of good feedback about the half-lap step stool made from a 2x4, and it always surprises me when I get that kind of a response because I really wasn't thinking that was going to be that popular of a video, but it turned out people really liked it. And I think it's just because of the simplicity of it, and it's a real sturdy stool. I think it's up in the craft room now. And then this week was the little sandpaper organizer, and that was, you know, a really quick project, but it's one that I have literally been meaning to make for years because of that stupid sandpaper drawer, which I can never find the sandpaper I want. And I hope if I can stay on top of this, because I still have sheet sandpaper, you know, to deal with, but I don't use that as much as the random Orbit sheets. So if I can keep those to a minimum, and then when I'm done using it, put it right on top of the stack, and then next time I'll know, okay, that's the 60 grit, I can pull it out. And then when I feel it, I think, well, this one is used up, I'll make sure to throw it away, and then I can grab the next one in the stack. That's how I hope the system is going to work and provide just a little bit more sanity in my workshop. And I hope it saves me some money too, because I think I waste a lot of sandpaper by always opening new ones. Another question people were asking me on yesterday's video was about dado blades, when I mentioned you can't get them in certain parts of Europe. And I'm not sure how widespread that is, if it's just, you know, certain countries in Europe, but I know I've heard from a lot of people that say that they're illegal. I would like to know from any of you in Europe why that is. Why are dado stacks, dado blades illegal? Because to me, they seem a little bit safer than a regular blade, because a regular blade you'll lift way up above the tabletop and potentially could cut your finger off, whereas a dado stack, rarely do you lift it, you know, just a little bit above the top of the table, and it's usually covering the wood. And I think there's a lower risk of kickback with dado stack too, since you're not cutting all the way through the wood. So I don't know, I'm curious about that, why it's illegal there. And I know a lot of people had suggested that, well, just take regular blades and stack them up, but that's not the point, because the saws that they sell in Europe have real short arbors on them, so you can't stack blades on them. Not like we don't have plenty of our own silly laws in America. Did you guys see the new t-shirts we have? Wyatt designed a whole bunch of new t-shirts. The one that I wore in the video yesterday was one he calls Nerd Rage. Funny thing is, if you look on closely, it's got the shape of the Doctor Who logo is the Star Wars. And then if you look on the website where the shirt is for sale, he calls it Battlestar Galactica. And then in the description it says, for all you brown coats, in parentheses, fans of Stargate. Don't worry, I can say this because I'm a nerd too. We're all nerds. Check out the rest of the t-shirts that Wyatt has designed. I think there's some really clever ones on there. Oh, movies. Hey, I saw Inside Out for the second time. And then a couple days ago, we saw Ted 2, which was utterly hilarious. It's just the most funniest, if you really are a fan of kind of uncomfortable humor, and that's why I loved the first Ted so much. I like all of Seth MacFarlane's movies and everything he does. He has got this kind of sense of humor where he takes a joke too far and then he goes that extra mile beyond that. Oh, my wife came in here wanting me to drill some holes. You know, really, our whole marriage is based on me fixing things. Well, that's all I got for now. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you next week.